Grand Finals appearance
Let's go,
in
bro.
the MPL,
Game
and
kedua.
So there are no pushovers either.
Aero
but against
versus
the
Gmxk MY
well-oiled
KELANTAN.
machine of Aero Esports. It's gonna be a tall mountain to climb. Let's see if Gmxk's draft for Game 2 is gonna work out with the double pilots.
Aero Esports, they've got their eyes on the prize. They know what is at stake. They know their ambitions, their desires, their dream of making it to playoffs starts here by taking clean sweep against Gmxk KELANTAN. The Land of Dawn opens up once more for game number 2.
And I'm expecting Gmxk to be a bit more faster with that rotation, just because you have very mobile heroes, or fast heroes, Khalid, Alice, and you can get the mid lane priority with the Khalid because the blast. On top of that, the top lane will be slightly different. Smooth with Lapu Lapu doesn't mind fighting you whenever it's called for.
Kim gonna take some poke in the mid lane as well. I don't really expect anything too active to happen in the first couple of minutes. I imagine the first hurdle is where things will really start accelerating.
Yeah, all about that level 4. I feel like they wanted to go for the gold crab, but decided against it because Kuse could burst it down. Both of gold laners trying to freeze the wave, and Muddins mirroring Zeke to make sure that he doesn't threaten the side lane.
Zeke wants to keep track of Muddins. He knows that this Khalid could cause a lot of trouble for the side lanes or the jungle if left unattended. So he's gonna make it his life's mission to ensure Muddins doesn't get to roam the map freely.
But he can easily go out with the quicksand guard too, and Zeke now gains priority for his mid laner. That allows Aero to start moving to the bottom quadrant of the map, where Jaja is going for the invade. And he got the buff!
Gets it as well, steals it away from Hazle, while Zeke dealing with Muddins, one hit away from death. Will be able to get away, but this is exactly what I was talking about.
Right away with Sand Carpet, Hazle unfortunately will have to bite the bullet and play a little bit more. It's not going to hit 4, that's the thing. Wait, if he hit 4, did he lose more than 1 camp? He's going to hit 4 now, but Jaja will be quite ahead of him.
I think no, it was just that buff mainly, because that really is the EXP difference a lot of the time. Who will still start by controlling the turtle. You can see he does have EXP control, wave the dragon onto the Alice, into the Landshaker, but he gets purified out! Here comes the Throne of Ruin, sets it up, and Maima picks up the first blood. Kim has been taken out of the battle. They bought time with his life though. Hazle is here to contest the turtle. It is still a numbers game. They're even calling Kuse over from the bot lane. Smooth gonna be zoned down. Kuse pops his arms for Jaja! Steals the turtle, retry timing on point, and Muddins even executes Hazle.
And the CC also showing up and just ties down Hazle, who couldn't do anything. They can go for more, they're so fast!
After using the river to chase down Zeke and Kuse, Muddins going to split apart. And Kuse will be able to get back to lane at least.
Yeah, that's 50% damage reduction from the Throne of Ruin was what turned that around. They were about to full combo monster. He presses an ult and flickers on top of Kim, and that changed everything. And it doesn't help that Hazle is already behind thanks to the earlier purple buff. Theft purple. So Jaja will be a full level ahead, and that will be a constant for quite a while until Aero can find something.
Yeah, it's an excellent start here for Gmxk. But also somewhat expected, since they are going to be playing double fighter along with a Khalid roam. As long as Aero Esports doesn't fall too far behind, their scaling can still kick in. And speaking of, they're going to be able to find Skyzer with the Zaman Force.
Yeah, Kuse literally just ran him down. And Aero did the exact same thing in the previous game, where they free up the gold lane so that Kuse can get extra gold from the turret. And the quicker they can bring their structure down, the better it is for Kuse, who now gets to eat double waves, move around, and fight with the rest of his team.
The more farm Kuse can get, the better it's going to be, since Aero has unfortunately found one of their cores put behind, which is Hazle, having multiple jungle camps stolen from him at this point. Goal difference still pretty minuscule though. Ooh, Munster playing a scary game, gets kicked in to the rest of Aero, but surviving all of it with that healing. Jaja comes in with the electrifying beats, and Muddins is zoning Kim away.
Munster even holds on to his Throne of Ruin, because they didn't really need it. When the turtle is spawning. Flicker is back up. There's another chance for Munster to make a big play and set up for Jaja and Maima, who could easily jump onto a target and finish them off.
So far, Zeke has mainly been kicking Munster, which isn't quite working out. The burst from Aero not quite there yet. He might have to find a different pick.
Kagura is not an option, that's for sure. Maybe you can try it on Mundins.
Move gonna brave a spider in on Maima. Gonna use the Raging Slash first, saving the Landshaker. Sets it up for Kusei. One hit!
It's
Maima's alive with the flicker Landshakers. Move finishes him off. Meanwhile, Wave the Dragon going to find one kick. Kim! Secures the turtle. They got the kick on Dada. They picked him off. Vengeance going to be used. Raging Sands from Flicker. Gets a nice landing, but Aero is surrounding. It is a mass of bodies. Kusei and Munster will both also fall. Geyser now being chased down by Kim, but he does do some damage, so Aero will respect it and back off.
At the end of the day, it's actually not too bad. Aero barely got any goal lead off of it. Kusei ended up going down to Skyzar, I believe. Just got his Starlim sight. And Smooth able to take Maima out from the picture is definitely a plus point. Smooth in Brave Spider lands the Shaker.
Oh, and there's the Wave of the Dragon into the Raging Slash. This is a good amount of damage, and Smooth with the killing spree.
And the current call unfortunately didn't do enough. Skyzar, if he had Vengeance, I think he would have had a chance. But seems like, just like game 1, if Aero gets going, that's where problem starts for Gmxk. And Jaja is going to start feeling the heat too with ZK just standing there menacingly. Munster under the tower! Drone of Ruin comes out, he's actually reversing the fight! Munster takes the 1v1 against Hazle! 50% damage reduction, you gotta remember the damage is kinda nasty. And he also has scaling off of his bonus HP. So you gotta get used to that Alice ratio.
Save, drops the Zaman Force. Raging Sandstorm completely misses, and now another Wave of the Dragon picks Dada! He got the electrifying beats out, but he's all alone. Aero upping the ante.
That is kind of sloppy from Gmxk. Not really sure what the idea was to go for that fight. Because Mundins didn't even bother committing, he just rolled away on his sand and left Jaja out to
Let's go.
Looks like our marshals are coming up on stage to let us know that the game is about to continue. So once again, thank you very much to all of them up on that stage.
You guys have been instrumental in keeping the game quality up and also making sure that everything is smooth. Raging Sandstorm not up yet for Mundins, but Gmxk wants to contest Turtle.
This move is in the mid lane. Munster's on top of the turtle right now. ZK also looking for a target to kick. Mundins going to jump on top of him. Jaja currently taking his orange buff. They get the pick up on Mundins. Throw him back. A Throne of Ruin flicker. Munster gets the 3-man connected the Raging Sandstorm. Oh no, Mundins missed the Raging Sandstorm. Zaman Force comes out. Jaja executes ZK, but Smooth is slicing through all of them. And here comes Hazle. Vengeance comes out. Keeps Geyser alive. Mundins trying to buy time, but he is 1v4. Your Quicksand Guard can protect you from that one. Aero takes the fight in clean fashion.
And that must be devastating for Gmxk. They did almost everything right. They committed all of their battle spells. Flickers, Ultimate, Munster, letting a 3-man Throne of Ruin. And the only thing that stopped them was they did not have enough damage. Maima didn't have enough damage. I believe Jaja got kicked by ZK and Aero turned it around. And that attempt was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. And now Aero have still full control of the game. And Smooth goes for more.
He's jumping in once again. Curtain Call actually gonna lock Smooth and Hazle together. They're in some trouble. They're gonna be collapsed on by 4 members. Raging Sandstorm dodge with the Traceless. Smooth is still alive. He jumps back in. Flickers just gets picked off at time. Throne of Ruin comes out. ZK going to be the only one stunned. Hazle is able to back it off. And this whole time, Kusei is just taking cowards.
Kusei, again, getting a free game. And Smooth almost made that work. That flicker maybe a half a second earlier, maybe got on the kill, but still 3.5k gold lead for Aero Esports. Top tier 2 is down. 2 turtles out of 3 for them. The next minute we'll get a Lord spawn, and Gmxk, they might be running out of time.
GMX is a bit too cooldown based. When they use all of their damage, they really need to execute people. Otherwise, Aero just outstays their welcome. Looking at the itemization as well. Lightning Trunkin just completed on Maima. That'll help a little bit. But Jaja still a little while off hitting that Holy Crystal timing. He's already super far behind Hazle in farm thanks to these repeated deaths.
About the shock here, they also found Mundins. She might die.
Now, Raging Sandstorm used defensively. Quicksand Guard also used. Smooth not gonna full commit for that one.
Okay. Aero Esports taking it slow and steady. The macro is in their favor, and ZK is going to keep sitting in the jungle with Gmxk. When the Lord comes out, Aero is going to path towards the top side of the map, and that's what Hazle is setting up as well with the push.
See Munster very far out. He's going to Crimson Gleam himself back. Lord coming up in 5 seconds. We're at the 10-minute mark. This is a round where Aero was ending the game previously, so Gmxk have been able to hold on a little longer. But they can't afford to lose another big fight.
Lord yang pertama guys ya.
Aero can sit on it for as long as they want until they secure the coast, and it seems to be the case. Jaja is going to come in from the top side. Here comes Conceal.
Yeah, Smooth buying a lot of time. Meanwhile, Martin's going to jump into the Lord pit a little bit awkwardly. Zaman Force comes out. Kusei going to work on it. Throne of Ruin comes out. Only really lands on ZK. But Munster steals the Lord away. Smooth will get taken down. Skysar picks up the execution, and Skysar now going ham with the vengeance. Picks up the double. Gmxk taking 2 kills at the Lord.
I cannot believe that worked out for Gmxk. Although we did float the possibility that Gmxk can contest the Lord, and Aero was trying to make sure the coast was clear. Let's take a look at the instant replay by Infinix. Smooth doing a great job of zoning Skysar out, but once again, it's Munster with the Throne of Ruin to really stop Aero in their tracks. That's the tempo breaker that they've been looking for, and Munster makes it out with his life. And Skysar gets to return to the fight after being pushed away by Smooth too. Gmxk have found a lifeline.
A much-needed equalizer. Now Kusei in trouble, surrounded by 2 members. Just barely misses the dodge and the Raging Sandstorm. Jaja comes in, gets the execute with the electrifying beats. Kusei is down and the Lord is crashing up top. Zekiv now the next one in trouble. Yin Yang overturn. Sets up the mega kill. Skysar coming online.
Never seen a bigger turnaround. I literally just said a minute ago that the time might be running out for Gmxk, and they pulled this off. A Lord Steal that converts into a top lane demolition. Bot tier 2 goes down for Aero. And a complete swing of a 4K net worth diff. Kusei just got his Holy Crystal. That could be what Aero needs for the next fight. But if they fail again, Gmxk will be so back, because now they are the ones with the goal lead.
It would have been so different if Kusei had that Holy Crystal just a little bit earlier though. Gmxk instantly turned the game around, and this is the scary thing about this squadron right here. Even when their backs against the wall, sometimes they'll find the opening. Aero Esports disrespected their opponents a little bit. Their positioning a little bit messy in the previous engagements.
And this also allows guys to come online, right? Maima gets the skill, Jaja gets the skill too, and Kusei no longer as safe as he wanted to be. We also agreed that in a vacuum, Skysar eventually is going to be able to 1v1 Smooth, especially when Smooth doesn't land all of his abilities. And that was exactly what we saw. Skysar being able to re-engage into the fight makes it even trickier for Aero to navigate.
Aero still does have very solid scaling, and the net worth difference not that big. But throwing away the lead that they had definitely does not feel good. And see if they can somehow regain that momentum.
Aero has to reconsider their options too. Zekiv can't really sit in front of Gmxk as comfortably as he did anymore, because they can start running him down. Although,
but look at the bottom.
Hazle, yeah, it's creating pressure in the bottom lane. That's gonna divert Gmxk attention, and if you can pull them apart, that would be good news.
Munster will see that Hazle is here. Gmxk currently a little bit scattered. They know that Jaja is dealing with the wave down bottom. Will be able to save the tier 2. Lord just respawned as well. ZQ gonna show himself. Not quite able to find the kick on Martins.
That turtle boat is used too, Mountain Shocker, so they're gonna wait for that to expire. This time Gmxk will have priority on the Lord pit, and look at where Martins is. Oh, he sees Hazle.
But Hazle also going to see him. He's not going to be able to find the angle necessarily here, but will be able to make it back over to his team. Lord is being aggroed now by Skysar over to Gmxk's half of the river. Jaja also going to actually join his squad here. Both sides taking this very slowly.
Lord down to half health. Came down to a bit of miracle for Gmxk to take previous Lord, but this time they can sit on it for as long as they want and keep Aero away. They can even reset it if they wish to, but Gmxk looking for a fight.
Here's the conceal. They're making the call. Lord is down to 20%.
Zekiv
jumps in. Zekiv gonna get executed straight away, but Hazle steals the Lord. Ruin is destroying the backline. finds move also. Finds the kill onto Maima. Zaman Force comes out. Skyzer in trouble. He's gonna get lifted up and thrown into his death. Kusei with the shutdown as Aero finds the win.
I cannot believe it. Gmxk, they had all the right ideas, and somehow Hazle out-retreat Jaja, and Kusei got away. And now Mantis is going to end up going down. It's going to be 4 bodies for Gmxk. Mantis will buy some time with the immortality. Able to swap the item up in time. Maima back up in 5 seconds.
It's a killing spree for Hazle now. Aero have regained their momentum. Gold difference is still not very big, but the Lord is alive and pushing up top lane. Mount Stalker used, scout things out. Zaman Force also. Munster eating a son of damage, but he's not able to survive it all. Kim finishes him off. They're transitioning over to the mid tower. And Jaja, you're a bit too far. Here's gets kicked. Mega kill to Hazle.
Again, we are seeing that inexperience come out. Gmxk trying to force the issue when they have time on their side. These staggered deaths are hurting them a lot more than the minions themselves. Aero will be able to get the mid inhibitor for sure, and even convert to a bottom one if Gmxk botches it again. Mantis knows that Zeke doesn't have the kick for now. They should be able to hold back this push.
There's only one more minion in the mid, but Aero Esports have 2 waves pushing in. Zaman Force will be used and the bottom inhibitor will fall, and Aero is showing a lot of discipline right now. Not trying to force the end game just yet. It is not the same conditions as game number 1. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure they come out on top this time.
So both times, the ties of the match have turned due to a Lord steal. Gmxk finds themselves with a barren base, with nothing to stand for, except for a 60-second timer for the 3rd Lord that will spell their doom if Aero somehow gets their hands on it.
The Gmxk needs to be very careful with their positioning going forward now. They messed up before by having it be too chaotic, having the initiators too far apart from the DPSs, and allowing Aero to worm their way into their defenses. Cannot repeat those mistakes. They gotta make sure that Skyzer and Jaja are given free reign. Otherwise, Aero will just walk over them.
Not only that, because there's no base, Zeke.
They found Munster. That's gonna be Wave the Dragon. Kicks him in, and Munster's just gone. The damage from Aero is way too high. Jaja gonna dash his way back in with the ultimate. Almost gets picked up by Kim, but he will survive for now.
This comp is horrible at defending against a siege, and let alone a siege that has a Lord marching in side by side. And with Munster out of the picture for 20 seconds, Aero gets a free Lord. And honest to God, I don't know how Gmxk is going to defend against this push unless they get a godlike engage, like how they did earlier on, and wipe out Aero, or at least beat Aero.
Oh, the flicker Raging Sandstorm misses entirely. And now Aero knows that Martins is missing his initiation tools.
They have 10 more seconds until the Lord spawns. They have no way to set up the waves. They have no way to deal with the Lord quickly. Jaja doesn't want to be on top of the Lord, because that Lord is going to end up killing him. Hazle even getting down to the potion, the power potion. Even more damage too. I feel like Aero can just throw bodies at Gmxk in the end of the game.
And that is probably going to be their intention. Remember everyone, Aero, they need as many points as possible. Increase their chances of going into the playoffs. And now that we are 18.5 minutes in, the base is empty for Gmxk. The Lord is pushing in mid. Martin's gonna get picked up. Him with the Crimson Beacon doing a lot of annoying damage. And Kusei still holding on to the Zaman Force. Quicksand Guard will allow Martins to heal up. Electrifying Beats also completely absorbed by Spoof. Mount Stalker comes out. Throne of Ruin. Flicker only finds one. Zeke with the way of the Dragon Kick onto Maima. Hazle picks up the monster kill. And they're splattering the fight. And Maima with the shutdown. Picks up Hazle. A beautiful flicker play with a Yin Yang overturn, but it's not enough. As the base is wide open and Spoof is going crazy.
Langsung end bro ya.
He is slicing through their ranks like butter as Aero Esports claims the clean sweep.
3 points for Aero, and we are about to lift off again. The dreams to qualify for playoffs completely reignited.
2-0 guys ya.
Aero